Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I am totally blown away right now. But I definitely got the Lord's message. Why I felt like I had to push to go today. Why I said, if I get zapped, it's going to take me longer to get myself out of here. Little did I know that I need time to figure out where I'm going to go. All I kept hearing all the way home from him is, I didn't tell you to go to Pahrump. I didn't tell you to go to Pahrump. You told me you were going to Pahrump. So apparently I jumped the gun there. Excuse me. My stomach's very upset, but I just felt like I needed to eat. Whatever it did to my blood sugar. Now I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And I felt like that all the way here. It's a blur already. It's a blur. I just kept fighting with myself to not leave yet because it was just so much to do. And then it was like, then my thinking got confused. And then I'm like trying to think, well, why am I going to put things away if I can't even bring and set up? So it was that confusion that played with my head there for a little bit. And then when I was literally like bouncing off the walls going down the hallway, I was like, I gotta get out of here. This one was worse than the last time. The last time I could force myself. By the time I got away from there, and that was exposure all night. Here's the key. Here's the difference. Big difference between last time and this time. I went all night with the Wi-Fi on and was still able to get up, as hard as it was, get myself together and drive back. I ran to the dispensary and to Target. I pushed. It was hard. I could not have done that today if my life depended on it. I could not wait to get home. And then I'm like anxious because I'm trying to get home as quick as possible, and I pull up and there's a car blocking the driveway to get in the my garage. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I had to get out and go holler at Frank to ask whoever it was to move it. Somebody named Hugo. I see you. Hi. So it just took all my strength to walk in to here and get my clothes off and just need to eat. Here's the difference. They just bought or either were given new appliances. Not new appliances. They're older appliances from Robbie. Robbie and his wife Alyssa. So there's a new stove, a new dishwasher, and a new refrigerator. And they're all that chrome. So I didn't even notice. They may be smart. I don't know. But Sharon had an older dishwasher and not an older refrigerator. It was a side-by-side, but this looks newer. So that's the difference between last time and this time. And I mean, like I said, I'm walking around and it's like, it's like this high pitch on my phone from the indicator. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, that wasn't even counting the appliances. I mean, like the TV. I went to the obvious, right? The TV, the Kindles, the tablets, the laptop, the printer. Blown away at the exerciser. I mean, it was like I went all over the top where the little digital thingy is, and it was CBD's kicking in. You know, it was like that was like low EMF. But the arms where you hold on to, high off the chart. The dogs were going crazy because the alarm was going off on the little detector. So I mean, as soon as that happened, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. And then I went into the kitchen just to check, and every single one of those new appliances just went off. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. So then I was just trying to, you know, think, what did I take out? What did I unlock? You know, what did I turn on so I could, you know, leave everything? I couldn't find the dustpan, and oh, man. I'm just, everything, the thing I noticed different this time was I had a little bit, not a lot, of ear pain. I definitely notice how when I get zapped, the blurriness comes because my eyes get so dry so fast and my lips get dry. And then this time I immediately felt the pain in my, let me finish that thought. Pain in my neck and my lower back and my tailbone and my right hand, because I have arthritis. And it was like it targeted, you know, I'm like looking at it, going on this little checklist, and I'm like, oh my God, that's like all the spots where I have, you know, arthritis or degeneration, you know. And I'm like, wow, I'm just blown away, just totally blown away. Just, yeah, you're right. Every time this happens and I get away from it, I'm like, oh, maybe it was this, or maybe it was that, or maybe it was just, you know. And then I start trying to think of excuses. And even on the way there, you know, I had this moment of, I was like, you know, what would I feel if I go back and I get zapped again? And on the way home, I'm like, you know that feeling. I'm scared to death. I don't want to go back. I'm like, okay, I can't go back alone. Somebody has to go with me, and somebody has to help me get my stuff out of there fast and then drive me home. So there's just no way. There's no way I'm doing that again. No way. That was scary, especially with all the construction, and my mind's trying to grasp this lane turning into that lane. And I'm so glad it wasn't at night. I don't think I would have made it. The only reason I made it was daylight, and I followed a truck that was right in front of me. So it was like, you know, where he went, I went. So where it was like, if he went off the cliff, I was going with him, because I just trying to understand, you know, all the lane changes. So I won't do that again. It's scary. So when I got home, I'm like, you know, blown away, of course. I'm like, the whole way, I'm just like, I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe I just went through that. I felt so good this morning, and I was happy, and I was, you know, tired. But I'm like, I gotta push. You know, I gotta push to get this done. So the Lord's like giving me these examples, you know, because I'm sitting there I got out of the house, and then I'm sitting there in the car going, I can't drive. I was shaking. I'm like, I can't drive. Like, but I can't stay here. So what am I supposed to do? And then I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, because Zoraida was like, Mom, no, wait a little bit, and before you drive. And I'm like, if I sit here and wait, it's going to make it worse. It's going to be harder, and it's like that. The Lord just kind of laid the analogy on me. Like, it's like people that have a knife in them. It's like, do you leave it there? Because the minute you take it out, you're going to bleed all over yourself and it's going to be worse. So it's the lesser of two evils. Do you want to sit here with the knife in you and risk all the infection and what could happen? You want to rip that sucker out and then just handle the consequences because you're just going to bleed to death. I mean, that's exactly the feeling that I had, was if I just sit here, it's going to get worse and I'm going to get sicker, and then I may not be able to drive home, and then what am I going to do? Or either just take the risk and rip that knife out and just go and hope I don't bleed all over myself in the meantime. And I'm like, wow. Wow. It's very surreal. And I thought the same thing when I first started. I'm like, oh, you've just, exchanged symptoms with Pam. You've listened to her for so long, that you're just imagining this. I told Anna the other day, I said, it's kind of hard when you have been zapped, like literally 70 times probably in 2 months. Low exposure. By far, this was the worst. This was the worst. And it's not over. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to medicate again. And I'm going to lay down. What I noticed too, I took my blood pressure prior to leaving when I was like at the peak of the intensity, and it was like 143 over 90, something like that. And then my heart rate was 79. And this morning I just took it and it was like 113 over 70, and my heart rate was like 65, 68. And so it went up, and then I checked it like on the road. I checked it when I got about 10 minutes, 15 minutes away. No, it was about 20 minutes away. And it had gone down to 119 over like 73, and my heart rate was like 71. And then I started feeling, when I hit Vegas, I started feeling it coming back up. And then it was that normal, the heart palpitations and the throat thing happening. And because that when I said my chest was hurting, that's what was hurting. My chest started hurting, and then I started with the palpitations, and then I went to the throat. And so I took it again, and it started rising again. So, it's like the peak of the intensity, you get away from it, the blood pressure goes down. And then when it either goes to that other level, or either because I got into Vegas and there was more towers, that my body was more sensitive, and it just started going up again. So, unreal. But you made me laugh, so thank you. Because I'm sitting there going, wow, whatever they're spraying, I wish they'd spray over here, because she's having a good old time. If that's lithium, if that's how you respond to lithium, I'm like, or either she's really high and she's having a good time all by herself. So thank you. I needed that. But I'm laughing at you because I'm like, oh my goodness. Either they really sprayed good or I just repeated myself, huh? So it was just funny. You're funny. I'm not selling my guns. We need my guns. I'm just, the Lord's gonna, he closes his door, then that's it. He's got to tell me what I got to do next, because I have no freaking idea right now. I'm gonna ask the girls about, if they be interested in buying a used one, and they get it when I'm dead. Let me live in it now. You can kick me out and I can go stay in one of your homes when you guys want to use it and go camping or wherever you want to go. I don't care. Just see if that's something that they're willing to do. Because, Pam, I don't see any other recourse. I mean, the Lord's just going to have to drop it in my lap at this point, because I'm like non-functionable. So if he wants me there with you and for us to go through this, the rest of our journeys together through this, then he's going to have to make it happen, because he made it perfectly clear on the way home. I didn't tell you to go to Pahrump. You told me. And I'm like, okay. Can you scold me later? Because I really don't feel good right now. So, I love you. I'm going to go lay down pretty quick. I see you watching. Thank you for being there. I'll talk to you later.